right, let's see about blasting off and heading north now. Let's see, we got to get our reverser back. Get that. And we'll crawl a little bit. Release the brakes, come out of the independence. And we should be good to go. Bell going too. All right, watch the ground here, see what we got going on. Should roll pretty easy. This is downhill here. I was thinking earlier we might be draped over a little bit of a grade, but I think this is all downhill through here. All right, so the next thing we have to think about on this whole ordeal is that we entered the main without a signal indication. So we got to run restricted speed to the next signal because we don't know what the condition of the track is. We don't know what's going on. Dispatcher's giving us permission to come out. It's not like we came in here on a clear and then we delayed in the block, right? Like, so we didn't have anything. So now we got to kind of ease along to the next signal, at least as far as I remember it, how all that stuff worked out. We'll ease along, which is not going to be easy with this little bowling ball of a train. Like I said, it's almost 9,000 tons and 3,000 feet. So of course, restricted speed means, you know, within being able to stop within half the range of vision, short of a car, broke rail, whatever the rule says. You guys know, and it varies between railroads too, but it's basically the same. But stopping short of an obstruction, that sort of thing. This would be the ideal situation where someone from the company could come out and put a banner out on you, right? Do a banner test, which basically means they come out here, they put a banner or some kind of like simulated obstruction across the track, and you have to be able to stop before getting to it. We call them stickmen or stickman. I don't know. I don't know if that's still a term now or if it's changed or what, but all right, we're good here. So we can't exceed 15 and we need to be able to stop within half the range of vision. And we've got a signal up here not too terribly far away, so we'll be able to pick one up pretty quick. But yeah, that would be, this is a tough train. Like, to run restricted speed on this hilly territory, going around these curves looking out, like this would be this is a tough train, right? It's not easy. Now I'm trying to remember, if we'd come in on a clear and we delayed in the block, then we could run line speed to the next signal, but we would have to be prepared to stop at the next signal. I think that's how that went down. Like I said, it's been a really long time. I haven't looked at the rule book. Probably won't, you know, I mean, I think this is how it went down though. All right, we're going into this curve here, so get our speed on down a little bit. Yeah, see, if there was a banner around the curve right there, I don't think we'd be able to stop. I don't think we'd be able to do a control stop. It may be close. I know a lot of people don't like the idea of it, but I think it would be kind of cool to have banner tests in the game, just to test out your skill, right? Like to see if you're able to. Yeah, I think the grade's changed on us here. Yeah, we're on an uphill now, so we'll come out of the dynamics. Go back into power. Yeah, at least this is a little easier to handle here. Right, pulling on it versus holding it back. All right, let's go with number one, kind of stretch him out a little bit. Actually, probably number two will do it. All right, there's our diamond board. We won't have to worry about it. I think our next signal's around the curve up here. I could be wrong, but I think it might be. Of course, the switch where we came out on the main, we forgot about that. That would be like a, it wouldn't be a hand throw like that. It would be more like an electric lock switch, which basically looks like a power switch, right? Except it's not powered, but it would have a timer on it and all that stuff. Like you would go out there, you would start it running time, and then once it timed out, then you could come out on the main. But all right, get a little more throttle here. All right, yeah, we're coming up. Highway 90 is going to be right around the curve. That's what it is. So yeah, there's a whole process to this. It's not just as cut and dry as just getting on a train and going, right? Like if you did it like you would in real life, there's a lot to it. There's going to be a lot more to it once we get up to Talbotton too. It's not done. We're by no means done. We've still got a lot more. We'll get to Talbotton, we'll run around our train, we'll swap ends, and then we'll be able to head south. We may keep taking the train south in other videos just to kind of test out the rock train a little bit and show you guys how it runs. We may at least eventually take it down to Oglethorpe, maybe somewhere in there, just to show you. I don't know, maybe Cordell. Maybe Cordell. There's so many good areas to run through there, you know, like there's a lot of good entertaining spots where it's a ton of work on this route. It really just is. All right, we're easing around the curve, coming up to Highway 90. Highway 90 is going to be our signal. We have to get to the signal though. Like we can't just come around there and see it as a clear and then open up the throttle and go because clear is for the other side of the signal. Doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, we know for sure that there's not a broke rail between us and the signal. So, you know, we won't be able to open it up until we get to the signal. We'll keep easing around there. I think we're good. I think if we were to grab some air, we'd be able to stop pretty quick on that. We may have to test it out sometime. I just don't want to today. I don't want to have to go through that whole ordeal. All right, let's get the bell. Some engines, some of the older engines like this, sometimes the bell would activate as soon as you pulled the horn. Other times you would have to like manually activate the horn. All right, back out of the throttle. Got a clear Highway 90, so we're good on that. A little slack running in and out there. All right, we're good on that. And now we can open the throttle. All right, today we're going to take the role of the dispatcher. We're not going to fool with Otto. He could kind of do this a little bit, but we're just going to do it ourselves. So what we're going to do is line ourselves into Talbotton. And let's change this to symbol mode as well, too. We don't have to meet anyone. It's a quiet day on the railroad. A little more throttle here. Now we can do some running. This might be kind of a long video, guys. Maybe a little bit. Now we'll run to Talbotton. We'll pull in the siding. We'll cut off. We'll run around the train, and we'll get ready to head back south. So, like, we'll have to tie on handbrakes because there's that little hill there at Talbotton, especially on the south end. We'll have to rehang the EOT. We've already done a brake test, so we won't have to worry about that. So we're almost home free. All right, we're good with all that information. Let's go to this. Got 25 and 2.9 miles. That is, that's going in at Talbotton, but it's going to be restricting. It should be restricting. Not, I mean, it's a 25 mile an hour siding, right? But you can only do restricted in. You can do 25 out. Open up throttle a little bit more. And we'll go by the DD up here. That's not the DD. That's okay. Yeah, that's the box for the crossing. It's gonna be Junction City mining. This is the other mine. It's got the southward facing switch, but that would be way too easy for this video. That would be way easy, so. We opted for the other one. Either way, both of them are very busy. They send a lot of trains out of there. At least they did back in the day. I don't know what they do now, but I think they're still pretty busy. All right, we're number 8. Oh yeah, we need to get the sand. Never mind, let's kill that. Everything else looks good. This is Junction City Mining Heath Quarry. I didn't even know what the name of that was. It's just always Junction City Mining to us. Track speed's 50. She's a little draggy for sure. Looks like yeah, it's 50 mile an hour between us and Talbotton. She's definitely a little draggy though. Yeah, grade topped out back there. Yeah, it was like a, what, 0.9 up, 0.8 something. Now it's dropping back off. Was it anytime you had a rock or a ballast train that you like got from the origination or the origin or loadout or whatever you want to call it, it was going to be a long day. Like you were in for a long day. Something's up with the reflection on that nose there. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's kind of like popping in and out. Let's go to graphics. Reflections are on low. We can try it on high and see if that helps. I think that might be good. As far as train settings, allow slippery rail, allow brake valve failures, allow cold weather, air brake effects, realistic train handling, realistic independent braking. Feel that. All the good things. There, come around Packing House Road. It's going to be a little overhead bridge, and then the distant Talbotton, and we should have an approach. Yes, dude, got approach on distant Talbotton, case 781, north out. Short block, right? This is a short block. If you were doing line speed right here and you had an approach, you better grab some air. In the sim, right? In the sim, you better grab some air. You don't have time to mess around. Grab some air, let the train be doing something, and then go into dynamics, you know, because if you just waited to come out of throttle and then go into dynamics, you would cover a lot of distance before you would ever be able to do anything. Luckily, we're not going that fast. So, of course, we've got an approach, right? That doesn't tell us if we're going in the hole or if we're just stopping there. It could be either or, so you got to go around there looking out like you might stop. ahead and come out, and we'll go in some dynamics. Grab a little bit more air. Where it gets kind of busy, right? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, go around here looking out. Now, we know we should have a light in. That's one thing you don't really see. I don't think you have signal failures in games. So if you line yourself in and give yourself a light, you know that's what you're going to get. Yeah, we slowed it down way too much. Way too much. That's my fault there. What do we got? Yeah, we got it restricting, so we're going in. All right, let's go ahead. Let's come back out. Yeah, I totally goofed that up. We got way too slow now. Let's keep her moving, though. Keep her moving if we can. Here's some sand. Come on, baby, keep moving. Yeah, I totally goofed that. Big time. Big time. Happens, though. It happens in real life. Like, sometimes things just don't work out the way you think they will. And we got this knot we got to climb up to get in there, which didn't help. Yeah, I should have totally let go of the air way earlier. We could just come around with the dynamics. Or, really, seeing this is going back uphill at 0.72, we should have came out of the dynamics and be pulling on it and then release the air, and then we could just pull right on in. Either way, we got it. We're good. Like I was saying, it's 25-mile-an-hour sighting. We've got to go in on a restricting. We'll do the 25 out. There we go. Now we're good. All right. So 0.72 up, you can see where the grade tops off right here. It drops right back down and then like onto a little shelf and kind of flattens out and then drops down. The big grade to the big Liza, but we're not going to go down there. So I'm trying to think, how would we do this here? I think what I'm going to do is swing down as a conductor up here. Right up here at the south end, watch the train by. Maybe dump the air from the bottom, take the EOT off, dump the air, tie on some handbrakes, and then walk up to the head end and cut the power off. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Just trying to think about it on the fly here. So we have to come up, clear up in the siding, give us enough room to put our power on the south end, right? Have to leave a little bit of room. There, we should be good. Give her a little bit more power here. What did we say our length was? I can't even remember now. It's 3,000 watts. 3125. All right, let's go ahead and hop off. I was on the wrong side though. We're going to get off this side. And let's count it off. There you go, counter's working. Let's go now a little bit further here. All right, yeah, so we'll just pull this guy in and clear, right? We got about 2,500 feet to go, 2,600 feet. We'll have to kind of watch our speed as we top the grade up here. It drops off pretty good. It's a really short grade. It's not very long at all, but it's pretty steep. He's about a 1%, maybe a little shy. All right, got about 2,000 feet to go. Speed's picking up. Let's come out of the throttle just a little bit here. A little bit more. We'll have to grab some dynamics in a bit. Kind of hold it back. All right, about 1,500 feet, so we should yeah, we're right at halfway. Should be right at halfway. I'm trying to think of any other ways we could do this. We could have rode the head end down. And cut off and dump the air on that end. Come up, grab the EOT, open this end, go back with the EOT. Yeah, there's a few different ways we could have done this. That might actually be the better way to do it. I'm trying to think of ways we could do this without bottling the air is basically what I'm trying to do. Yeah, that might actually work out better. We may do that. All right, we should be just about getting in the clear here. Go ahead and grab a little air. Yeah, we're gonna grab some air, get her stopped. Got rolling a little fast on me there because I was thinking more about how we could do this and not paying attention to the speed that much. She got up really quick once we topped that grade. Right down a little bit more. That's weird. We had locomotive brakes for applying, even though it was in dynamics. All right, let's see. How do I want to do this? Yeah, I think what we'll do is just do the original plan. We'll just we'll take the EOT off. We'll dump the air. We'll tie on some handbrakes up here. Technically, I think we're supposed to tie them on the downhill side, but I don't want any chance of this thing bunching up because we're going to be going back south, and I want to keep it stretched so we can get it going pretty good there. So I don't have to worry about any slack rolling out, right, and getting a knuckle. So let's grab this. Let's close this. We're going to pretend that we take the EOT off, and we set it off on the side over here. I wish we had an EOT asset where we could do that, like we just drop it down over here on the ground somewhere. All right, let's just dump the air. There we go. We get some handbrakes. We'll get 12 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That should be good enough. All right, we're set on that. So we will just go ahead and just walk to the head end. It's not very far. You guys won't do that. We'll skip that, right? We'll skip that and get up to the head end. All right, so we walked up to the head end, right? We dumped the air on the bottom. The angle cock is open on the bottom, so we can close this one off now. We don't have to worry about bottling the air or any of that stuff. We'll go ahead and close this. Close you and close you. And it looks like it's got a little tension on it, so we'll have to get in the locomotive and reset everything. Do that. Hop up there. There we go. Of course, PCS is open. All right, so we centered a reverser. Let's go back. Let's see. I'm trying to remember the control for this, how we did this. No, it's not that. There we go. There we go. All right. I think that was control apply. We'll wait on this to reset. There we go. All right, should be good to go. Let's hop back down. Let's double check something real fast. I want to make sure I cut that out right before we pull away. There we go. Closed and closed. Nice. All right, let's do a reverser forward. We got PCS reset, so we're good on that. It doesn't take long at all with just locomotives. And let's release. And I think what we're going to have to do is shove back on it just a little bit here. There we go. Now we can open it, take it ahead. Oh, we got to put it forward. That would help, right? There we go. All right, we're good on that. It's all set. Let's say we're gonna walk back to the head end, right? We'll catch up. We call up the dispatcher, tell them we got to come out on the north end, right? And then head back south. So we'll do that. We'll say we rang him up. He'll give us light outs. Already running time. What? Running time for this route? That makes no sense. Why is it running time? A little bit fast. Let's slow her up a little bit here. Yeah, I don't get why it's running time. It shouldn't be. We haven't done anything. All right, we'll have to go around here looking out unless I can get us a light before we get up there. All right, let's go back to it real fast and see. Wrong one. Never mind. Another? Oh, I see what it is now. Okay, from that. All right. Just from the prior save, it had a light going the other direction, so it wouldn't let us get a light that way. All right, that's fine. Yeah, we'll grab that in just a second. We should be able to get it now, actually. There we go. All right, now we got a light out. Of course, we don't know that. We don't know that in real life, right? Like, even the dispatcher could say, I got you a light. Doesn't mean you do. Dispatcher doesn't know what kind of light you've got down here. Like, he has no clue. He just knows that he gave you a route. We do have a medium clear out, so we're good on that. Medium clear north end Talbotton. Case 781. I don't even know what this is. What is this unit? Yeah. This would be HLMX 7032 north outs. Nice, kill the bell. So we'll come out, we'll give ourselves light back the other way. We'll call dispatcher up, say we need a light going the other direction. Then you have to give us a light back into the siding. I'm telling you, it's like these trains are a big ordeal. Like, they really just are. They're a lot of work. They're not easy. Trying to see, how do I want to do this? Let's give it a little bit of independent. We'll just fly and watch it. There we go. Get clear of the signal. Now we need to swap in, so we'll set this one as the lead unit. Did it release the independent? Yes, it did. Let's reapply it. Well, she won't roll away on us. All right, let's hop in. We'll go back the other direction. Is our window open? No, it's not. We need to get that open, right? Let's get the door. Get some AC going here. All right, we need light back the other way. And we need light past there. There we go. All right, we got lights. And release the independent. We should be good to go. Nice, there we go. All right, back the other way. It really is kind of like working a local in a way, I guess. Of course, we're going down to Maine this time. We got to clear. We do line speed. Get that pulled up. 50. Not a bad horn. I picked these up somewhere. I don't know where. Some third-party site that had Run 8 horns. So there's a little bit to this, right? We took our EOT off on the bottom. We set it on the ground. You just have to pretend like it's sitting there, right? It's sitting on the ground beside the train. We're going to go up there and grab it, put it on the front end of this locomotive, simulating it, right? Like we don't have an actual asset that we can do that with, even though it'd be nice if we could. But no one wants to carry that heavy thing all the way down to the end of the train, 3,000 feet. So we're going to use our power, right? Like we're going to put it on the front of the locomotive on the porch there and bring it down here and hang it and then go back to the head end. Let's slow her up just a little bit here. We got this grade too, so that's going to slow us up a lot. But it's going to be a tough pull out of here on this grade. This 0.85%, so yeah, it's a little under 1%. Give a few blasts for this crossing here. Never know if someone's trying to climb in between the cars, right? Since we got it blocked. We do have a light, so we got to clear south end of Talbotton, K781, south outs. All right, what we're going to do is just stop right up here. Like I said, in reality, in game, you wouldn't have to do all this. We're putting a lot of extra work into something that we really don't have to do. But like I said, this is pretty much like you would do it in real life. All right, let's stop this guy right here. So of course we'd hop down, we'd go over here, and we'd grab our EOT. We set it right there. You take it, bring it up here, put it on the porch, and then hop back up. And put her in reverse, and we go back to the bottom, right? Release independent. There we go, nice. Actually, you know what? Before we do all that, let's fly up here and catch up so we can watch the bottom. When thinking about that. Right here should be good. I'm trying to remember which key it was. I never can remember. What key. Get that on dim. Is it E? Oh, I had it for a second, then I jumped off. No. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's get ahead of it. It's E. I hit E. I didn't think it did it. Then I hit Q and it. Oh, too far away. No. Let's slow her down a little bit. Come on. Come on, Spur. Get it together, dude. Now we're going to catch up. There we go. Now we got it. All right, we're good. That was E then. Some of this has changed. It's changed since I played it long ago. All right, so we're basically rolling down to the bottom, right? Through bottom of the train, we'll take our EOT, our simulated EOT, we'll rehang it, and then we'll head south, and then we'll be done. That'll be it for the trip, at least for now. It's gonna be our bottom right up here. Get this pulled up so we can see what our brakes are doing. Yeah, like I said, you can play it out this way if you want to and do it like hyper realistic, or you can, you know, you could skip all this. It's all in how you want to play it. All right, let's hop down right here. Our EOT is on the lead engine here on the front end of it, so that would be cool if we had some kind of little EOT asset that you could pick up and drop, just to have. I mean, it wouldn't really do anything other than being a visual, right? It may not be worth the trouble. All right, so we stopped. We got our EOT here. We could grab it up. We'll take it over here. We'll hang it. Attach EOT. Open that up and we're good to go, right? So now we jump back on the head end. Reverse or forward, come out on the power, release the independent. And we can blast off one last time. Then now we got to back in on top of our train, couple up. Charge the air, set the brakes, knock the handbrakes off, and then we can go. Nice late evening in Georgia, right? Imagine it'd be pretty hot and muggy. All right, so we still got her clear. We're good on that. Let's see, how long are we just power? 217 feet? Okay. There we go, good on that. All right, we can kill that bell. We'll see about counting off 217 feet once we're up here. There's a little bit of independent, get her slowed down some. All right, let's hit the counter. Almost there. There we go, good enough. Kill that sand too, we don't need that anymore. We're gonna run our sand dry. Oh, it's still going. Is that not the sand button right here? Is that? No. Weird, that's sand, right? Yeah, sand. Yeah, I don't know. We can't get rid of it. All right, I guess we're going to run it dry then. I have to figure out what the key binding is for that. I can't remember. All right, so we hop down. We walk back to the bottom here. We'll swing up. Go back to a coupling. Of course, we got to get a light as well. We won't worry about the sand. I'm not too concerned about that. Let's see. Let's hop up there. Let's go reverse. There we go. And let's get our lights. Back into the siding. There we go. And we're not getting a light. That's not correct. We should absolutely have a light in the siding. Basically, this signal right here only protects the OS, right? Like, you could have this siding packed from one signal to the other with cars, and this signal wouldn't have a clue. It doesn't tell the occupancy of the siding. It just tells the state of the OS. So we should have a restricting in there. Like I said, you could have one car in there. You could have 100 cars in there. It wouldn't matter. We should totally get a restricting in there. But let's say, for instance, we're not getting the signal. There's a malfunction. He can't get light, but he has control of the switch. So dispatcher would be like K781 with lead engine, whatever it is now. I don't know. Has permission by a stop indication. North end of Talbotton. Main to siding, switch in motor, looking out for track conditions ahead. And that would give us permission to go in there. But like I said, we should totally have a light in there. It's the siding... the siding is non-bonded, right? And that basically means that it is not signaled. Poor man signaling on a siding. That's why you always go in air restricted speed, because you never know. Like, I've known guys go into a siding before that had cars sitting in there that people like had lost track of or forgot or whatever. You know, I mean, things happen, right? I told you guys, this would be a process. It's not a quick trip. This train would probably go dead somewhere before it ever got to its next crew change, I would imagine. I went dead on these a lot. Like, you never had enough time. And there was all the times things that were going on that would delay you or cause you problems, right? Like stuck brakes or just all kinds of things. They're just a headache. Alright, so we ease up here. I still wish the head was out just a little bit further so you could see past the locomotive, right? Like, so you could see down, yeah, so you have a clear view either way. Alright, 2 cars, 2. One more car, 1. Keep easing up here, half, car half. 20 feet. Then that'll do. Nice. All right, let's hop down. So we got our handbrakes tied, right? Yeah, we got 12 handbrakes on this end. I think the rule said technically on the downhill side, but we kind of fudged on that a little bit. Let's grab, let's get that connected. This end is already open because we dumped it, so we're good on that. This partial will charge it up. Yeah, so we didn't bottle the air. Bottling the air is a bad thing. Like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. You don't want to bottle the air. Because basically, in a nutshell, what happens is your brakes release and they'll roll out on you. Alright, so we'll let this thing charge up. Yeah, we're gonna have to let it charge. Let's go back to neutral. Let's do full independent. And we'll go up to light 4. Like we did before. We'll tell dispatcher we're in the clear, we're good to go. See if we can get light the other way. Yeah, that should totally give us a restricting in, regardless of what's in the siding or not. Like I said, the signal only governs the OS. The OS would be the signal itself. The switch. Alright, we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and draw the air down. There we go. Come out of the throttle. Go back and forward because I always forget that. It never fails. I always forget it. We'll give it time to set the brakes up, and then we'll get out of here. We'll knock the handbrakes off. We'll be good to go. It's going to be a little bit of a pull, right? Because we got this 0.8% grade here, which in itself isn't very long, right? But like our train isn't very long either. So a large majority of our train is going to be on that 0.8% grade. What is it? 0.85%, something like that. All right, that looks good. Let's go ahead and we'll release our handbrakes. It'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll check 3 more just to be sure. 2 or 3 more. There we go. All right, that's all our brakes. We'll walk back up to the head end. We'll load up, and then now we're set. We're good to go. Yeah, numpad 0 is supposed to be the key binding for the sander, and I can't get it to knock off to save my life. I don't know what's up with that. Or I don't know, which is fine. I just hope it's actually sanding since we're pulling out of here. We're gonna need it. Anyway, we got a medium clear out of south end of Talbotton. We're good to go on that. Let's go ahead. Give it a little throttle. Come out of the independent just a bit. Release the brakes. And we want to be pulling on this thing pretty good. There we go, got it. All right, let's watch the ground. She want to move a little bit. As the brakes come off, she'll start moving a little easier. We still haven't got the EOT moving yet. There we go. All right, we got it. Do we even have EOT communication? Yeah, we do. It shows it moving. I didn't hear it though. I didn't hear it beep. All right, nice. There you go. We're good to go. We're all set. We've gone through the whole ordeal of getting a rock train like real life, right? Like, it is not an easy task. It is pretty involved. It's all as best I can remember. Like I said, I was never a real life engineer. I was a lowly conductor, so just kind of the way I can remember it, how we did it. We can leave out of here on a medium indication, so 25 mile an hour. Of course, medium indication means 30 mile an hour, right? But siding's only good for 25. So we do 25 outs. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that sand. I don't know if that's a bug or what. I've never run into that problem before, but it's like it's stuck on or something. I don't know, maybe because we swapped ends and the sand was on or something. I don't know. I don't know, but sure enough, I can't get it to go off either way. All right, CSX K781's got a medium clear south end of Talbotton siding to the main. 9026 south out. Like I said, this video is for all you guys that want to do this kind of hyper realistic. If you want to go through if you want to go through the headache, you can. Otherwise, you could skip like a large majority of all this stuff, you know, in game. You know, it just depends on what you want to do, right? Our counter's going. We don't need that. Oh, we do actually need it. We need it now so we can come out of the siding. We're about to get in some dynamics shortly. Hold her back. It's a lot like a coal train, just not nearly as heavy. Coal train, you're running 12, 13,000 tons, at least back in the day. Nowadays, it's way more. What, 15,000 tons, 15, 16,000 tons nowadays, but... Back in the day, we had the dollar store coal trains, right? They weren't nearly as big and heavy. They were a handful, especially for two units on the head end. There we go. That should be good, and our grade should be changing right up here. We'll go a little bit further and we'll call it. We'll end it. All right, there it goes. We'll transition uphill and we are clear of the siding, so we can ease out of the dynamics, go back into power. Got our diamond board up here. We left out on medium clear. We got a 50 on the diamond, so we're good to go, guys. Go to N2, stretch her out just a little bit. Go to 3. Pretty flat through here too, so that's good at least. There you go. That's the trip. I'd imagine these guys probably, maybe they took it to Fitzgerald for a crew change back in the day, back then. That's just my assumption. That was a crew change for them. Like I said, we never did these rock trains. At least I never did. I don't know of anyone that ever did. I think it was always the Fitzgerald side that did it. But I'm guessing they would probably take it to Fitzgerald and do a crew change, and then someone else would take it south from there. We'll go a little bit further here. We'll see how she runs this direction. We got a 40 coming up. I don't think that's going to be a problem for this train, though. It's going to be kind of draggy. It's not as bad as a coal train, right? Like, we're not running 0.7 HPT. We're running 1.3, so it's almost double a coal train, but... All right, guys, anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I hope y'all enjoyed. Just a little bit of an idea of kind of like how this would go down in real life. Like I said, you don't have to go through this whole headache if you don't want to. Nothing says you have to, but if you do, you at least kind of have an idea. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to hit that like, subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Love all of you, and we'll catch you on the rails next time. Maybe the next video we'll continue taking this train south. We'll see you next time. Peace.